Hello and welcome back, everyone. In this video, we're going to discuss two of the more important stakeholders to a business with whom you need to maintain a very good relationship. And we're going to start that discussion with discussing competitors. Competitors are your rivals, your substitutes, other businesses that are selling a similar product to yours. They'll be considered your competitors. Now, I want you to consider this space as the dynamic external environment that we've been constantly trying to make better sense of. And this is us. This is our business, just in the middle right there. Within this external environment, you will not be the only business because you will remember from our discussion on government policies, governments always encourage free and fair competition. So there's going to be constant entry and exit of businesses all around you. You may find yourself in a position where there are other businesses that are getting ahead of you, and you need to take a note of them, because those businesses that are ahead of you, they're not only trying to give you inspiration, they also provide you with benchmarks, things that you must also adopt in your businesses if you want to be as good as the people who are leading. So inspiration's benchmark is what you get from other competitors who are leading the industry. At the same time, they also provide threat to your sales. What you're not able to sell, they will sell. So the consumers, and since these are bigger businesses, they have bigger marketing budgets, they're able to attract customers more easily, and their brand image will take your customers away. So you need to do something about them, take certain actions. If you're in a situation where you notice a new business entering, that is also a threat to your sales. They may have a new idea, a new service that you may not have been providing, and that is again going to cost you your revenue. Equally, they may provide you new product ideas, something to copy, something to use as inspiration and find a better version of it. So, on both ends, whether you're looking at competitors who are ahead of you or new businesses that are entering the space, you will be looking you will be impacted in both ways, positively and negatively. It's up to the business to decide how they're going to deal with these competitors. So let's look at some of the ways to counteract the impact of competitors. Now, broadly, there are two strategies that a business can adopt when they feel that the threat of competition is increasing. And one of those is to increase the barriers to entry. These are actions that businesses can take in order to prevent new business from entering the new space or even finding the space once they have entered. So, making it difficult for your competition to find footing within your territory. And one of the most effective ways of doing that is to get a product design patent. Patent is something that you can get from the government where copyright laws are practiced and applied, and that's where you can protect your technology from being copied by another business. Now remember, you are simply getting a patent for the product design, so there are limitations to patents. If somebody is using a completely different technology and the end result may be the same, then they might be allowed to use that product against you. But still, this is an effective way of securing your product's longevity, so that in the early days at least you can make the profits while the others are still figuring out how to make this product. Secondly, you may also look to monopolize your raw materials. So if you can get all the raw materials that are required, if your business is big enough and your requirements are large enough for everyone to supply to you, then you monopolize the very source that is required for your by your competition. So that's again one way to limit access to resources. There's also something called disruptive innovation. This is something that's been really taking the fore in recent history, and this is where you bring something completely new, completely different with the help of technology, of course, and it disrupts, it completely outdates the previous processes of doing this. So one of these examples is your rideshare apps, your Ubers, your Careems. They have completely redesigned the way people travel. That has disrupted the travel industry, especially in terms of the taxi drivers. They've been especially hurt by it. So again, if you can do something that others simply don't have an access to, that's another way of increasing the barriers to entry. And finally, large businesses can look to reduce their prices so much that new businesses cannot compete at that level, and we know that marketing strategy as predatory pricing. Yeah. They simply blow the competition out of water because they cannot compete at your costing. Another strategy to counteract the growing threat of competition is through mergers and takeovers. This is where you can look to join forces with another company so that the impact that that company is going to have on you can be absorbed and you actually stand to benefit from such a deal. Of course, you can do that through a couple of ways. One, through acquisition of new businesses. So if there's a new business with a new product and it seems to be catching the eye of the customers, maybe instead of making your own, it's time to buy that business and bring that under your umbrella. We saw that Facebook, which is now Meta, bought WhatsApp with the idea that we don't have to redesign our own platform for messaging. Where there's one already available, we should simply acquire them. So that's a way of reducing competition through acquisition. Businesses may also choose to join forces and merge with a direct rival so that collectively those two companies have a bigger impact. They may have a bigger order in terms of the supplies, so they can get discounts over there and they can cover a larger customer base together. Thirdly, there's also a concept called the Me Too products. These are simply copycats. So if there's a new business that's making something that's liked by customers, instead of redesigning and rethinking, maybe it's time to simply copy the product and start selling it. The research that goes into these type of products is known as defensive research and development, simply a copycat culture. And finally, something that governments try to limit is increased market collusion. We saw this under the concept of oligopolies, where few large businesses control the entire market and the smaller businesses within it. So governments will obviously be after this, but as big businesses, this is in your favor because you can set your prices, you can set the production levels, you can decide where to compete over what with which competitor. Again, two very different ways of tackling the problems of increase in competition.